Hi, my name's Zara. This is RozarasInvestments. This is part 3 of 4 of the Setting Your Goals to Become a Millionaire series. So today I'd like to talk about those people that have $10,000, that have 5 figures in their savings account or in their investment account. You have $10,000 and you're trying to get to $75,000. So in this stage of your growth, it's going to be heavily dependent on how much you personally save up, on how much you stick in the bank, on how much of your income that you don't spend. You go to work, you make a couple $1,000s, and you actually take that couple $1,000s and you invest it in the stock market. You buy some index funds, buy some stocks. Mostly buy index funds because you might pick the wrong stocks and it might go down, and you might not be comfortable picking your own stocks yet. You don't really have like a huge base of money to work with. So going from $10,000, you have hit that achievement where you're past the stage in life that you have to worry about fixing your transmission, that you have to worry about paying for your rent. You're past those stages in life and you can really focus on growing your wealth. But it's highly dependent on what you do and how much you save. So I think a very realistic goal, it's very dependent on how much you make it work, but I think a good goal would be about 5 years. Going from $10,000 to $75,000, you got to save up $65,000 in 5 years. That averages out to about $13,000 a year. Now, you don't actually have to save $13,000 a year because some of your gains are going to be coming from the stock market. So that original $10,000 would probably almost double by that time. It's dependent on what time period you're investing in. But I wouldn't so much count on the stock market gains. I would count on you working your butt off and actually being disciplined to save up money and having that goal that you want to get to that $75,000 mark. So in this stage, it's very dependent on what you do. It's much more dependent on than in part 1 and part 2, where you're relying on stock market gains for a big portion of it. It's very dependent on you being committed to actually saving up money and kind of telling yourself like, I want to become wealthy. I want to start growing my wealth. And I don't care what the stock market does. I'm going to add to my account. I'm going to buy stocks. I'm going to own stuff. I don't care if there's a market downturn. I don't care if there's good news, bad news. I don't care if I get laid off. I'm going to find another job and I'm going to add to my account. So I think once you hit that 5-figure mark of 10,000, now you realize that you can save up money and it's time to really take it seriously and get to that next level, get to $75,000, and then you can see your sights moving higher. So I don't think getting to $75,000 is a stretch. I think that everyone can do it. I think that if you have a job where you're not making a lot of money, you can pick up overtime, you can cut back in certain ways, you can find ways to save money. I just saw an episode of Whatever, and Jim Cramer was saying how he went through a period of his life in the 70s where he actually lived in his car. And it was actually kind of motivating to me. I mean, his circumstances still might have been different, but yeah, he didn't have an apartment. He was literally homeless and living in his car. And he still cut a $50 check to his investment broker to buy a mutual fund. So he still was disciplined enough to take $50, which he probably really needed at the time, and stick it into his investment account. So he was clearly motivated to start saving up money and to start on the path to become wealthy. So I think that a lot of people don't think that they have enough money to save, or they say, oh, how much do I have to start with? Do I have to start with $20,000? No, start with $100 and keep adding to it. So if you're at the $10,000 mark, set your sights on $75,000. Don't give yourself an unlimited amount of time to do it. Give yourself an aggressive goal of 5 years or less. If you can save up $20,000 a year, even better. But give yourself 5 years or less to do it, because it's very possible. Many people in the world have $75,000. You can do it too, and it just has to be your goal to do it. So this is part 3 of 4. You're in the 5-figure range, and this is the time to get very aggressive and very disciplined within yourself to hit your goals. So thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. My name is Ara, and share the video. Give me a thumbs up if you like it. Bye, guys.